Hey everyone, we're going to be taking a look at Rayman Origins for the PlayStation Vita. Last year it was one of the most breathtaking platformers released on the Xbox 360, the Wii, and the PlayStation 3, if I'm not mistaken. And it featured just wonderful gameplay, outstanding graphics, co-op, albeit not online, which was kind of disappointing. But basically all around it was the best platformer around that wasn't called Mario 3D Land. So how does the Vita version hold up? Well, first off, a couple of Vita specific features are quite nice. You'll notice in the video, which again of course is off screen, and it's very difficult to play a platformer in the current setup I'm having, so I apologize for some of the shaking you'll see. But anyways, some of the Vita specific features include being able to touch some of the bubbles to make them pop instead of actually physically having to take Rayman and friends to go ahead and pop them. So it makes basically collecting a lot easier than ever before. You can also send GIFs via Near, which is kind of cool, and there's also the ability to download ghost data for time trials. Now I didn't try sending any GIFs, but this is just one of the features that was touted. And I also I just took a look at how the ghost data actually worked. It's kind of neat. It's not a replacement, unfortunately, for the #1 problem with this game, which is the complete and utter lack of any multiplayer whatsoever. It's kind of silly that you can download ghost data and you got to be online to do that, but they didn't add online multiplayer, and so many other games did. I just found that kind of cheesy. But anyways. Another thing that I really liked with the Vita version of Rayman is just the sheer beauty of the title. It is hands down one of the nicest looking games released at the Vita's launch, and it's incredible. Like the characters, the colors, the backgrounds, everything just pops off the gorgeous OLED screen. It remains a challenging and fair game. Great checkpoints, infinite lives will prevent you from pulling out your hair at some of the more challenging parts. Good trophies for repeated gameplay. It has creative and innovative progression. You learn new abilities as you progress from one world or stage, whatever you want to call them, to the next, and then you can go back to the previous areas that you've played to use those new abilities you've unlocked. And just loads of variety. Just take a look at the gameplay and you'll see what I mean. You have shooting sections, typical like platforming sections. There's even underwater sections. You name it. You could say that one of the bad things is a little bit of the collectathon. There's a lot of stuff that you have to collect in order to unlock some of the later levels. But I never found it to be overly repetitive, just because of the variety offered in the gameplay. I think that's pretty well all she wrote for Rayman on the Vita. It's outstanding, but the exclusion of any sort of multiplayer does indeed really hurt the package. I gave the game a 9 on the PlayStation, Xbox 360, and Wii, but this one I've got to downgrade it, unfortunately, to about an 8.5. Just because it does make such a huge difference not being able to play with friends. And that's, I can't stress it enough. It's really, really annoying because the PlayStation Vita allows so many wicked abilities for multiplayer gaming, especially with like party chatting and things like that. So yeah, unfortunately, I had to take off a few points for that. But if you have not played this game on any of the consoles last year, pick up the PlayStation Vita version. If you're a huge fan of platformers and you're looking for something to play on your Vita, this is an absolutely outstanding game that translates perfectly on the Vita. It is highly portable friendly because the stages aren't too long. You have the solid state feature of the Vita, and on top of that, you can pretty well save at any time. There's very little loading. It's an all-around, utterly fantastic game that I cannot recommend enough. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'll be back soon with another video review.